Hey guys, I thought I'd upload a video and show you what's been making me sleep better at night. So I brought my first organite piece probably, I don't know, maybe like a month ago or something like that off a lady online. She makes them locally, and this is the piece here. Just put it up closer. So in this piece it's got metal shavings, black tourmaline, black sand, crystals, I believe a double point clear quartz, and I think some lavender and a couple of other organic things inside it. When I first brought this piece, I put it in my room. Where did I have it? I had it at the end of my bed the first night, and I felt like I did sleep a lot. I went into like a deeper sleep because I'm EMF sensitive. So sorry, this is my first time videoing myself, so just bear with me if I can't talk properly. So yeah, the first night I spent with this piece of organite, I found that I slept better. But the next day I felt weird. I just felt weird. I can't even describe it. I emailed the lady and she said it's possibly me getting used to the organite energy, because I'm quite EMF sensitive, so I feel that I don't fall into an extremely deep sleep. The Wi-Fi box at my house, we've got a timer. I'll actually show you the timer. It's right there. So that timer is actually set to go off at midnight, and so I do get a reasonable sleep, even though I'm in an apartment and there's also everyone else's EMF and Wi-Fi around me. I still seem to fall asleep, so it's fine. Yeah, so my first night with this piece here, I could tell straight away that there was something going on. Like, I could feel it. I went into a deeper sleep, quite a deep sleep, and when I woke up, I felt, in the morning, to my alarm, I felt confused and like, wow, where was I? Like, where was I? Was I sleeping? And yeah, the first 2 nights with it, I just felt weird. I don't know, maybe it was a healing reaction or something like that. I'm not too sure, but it pretty much pushed me to want to start making my own, because I looked online quite a lot and I didn't really come across many that I was interested in buying, because they are like $50 New Zealand for like a good one, but then you don't know what the person's put in it and you don't know how good it is. That's why I trusted this lady that I brought them off. Anyway, I started making my own the week after that. It actually took me a few weeks to get all the stuff that I needed and to actually properly learn about how to do it. This is the first muffin dish that I used. It was I don't know, this is like metal. I used that, and this produced my first batch of organite, which is here. So I'll hold up a couple of these. They're a little bit cracked in the bottom, as you can see the crack there, but these are my first batch that I made. And so inside it I put what did I put in there? I put metal shavings from the key cutting person down the road. He gave me some metal shavings, so there's copper, no, there's not actually copper, there's brass, stainless steel, aluminium, and all them kind of ones. So that is inside the organite that I made. I also did a double point clear quartz crystal wrapped in copper wire, and also, if you can see it in the front there, not really well though, there's like a copper wire spiral that I did. You could probably see it a bit better on this one here. I also did glitter to make it look nice. The organic matter that I put in was rosemary and lavender, and so now the crystals that I put in black tourmaline. I put in clear quartz chips with black tourmaline. I put in calcite, I can't really say it properly, rose quartz, red jasper. I put in heaps of different ones. I've got them outside. I'll take you guys out there in a minute and show you the things that I put inside them. So that was the first batch that I made, which I was really happy with, because you've got to judge how much resin and catalyst you need, which is the hardener for the resin to make the actual piece. So it was nerve-wracking doing it, because in the metal muffin dish you can't, you've got to be really precise, otherwise if you're not, then your organite piece might get stuck inside it and you won't be able to get it out. But I was lucky enough to not get it stuck, which was good. Yeah, so after my first batch, I didn't have them in my room for a few days because the organite, the resin smells a bit. So I had them in the garage downstairs from my bedroom. I literally had them right underneath my bed in the garage, like where my bed would be placed upstairs. And wow, man, my first night and then all the nights following, I had the most deepest sleep that I've ever had in my whole entire life. I can't even describe it. I feel deeply rested, like I just went straight to sleep. Amazing. I don't know how else to describe it. When I finally got them up into my room, I just placed them around my room. Yeah, and ever since then I've just been sleeping, and it's been absolute bliss. And when I get home from work, I just feel light and clear in my head, and I just feel so amazing. Like when I used to get home from work before I had the organite, and I'd feel like this cloud in my head, and I'd feel like there's weight on my shoulders, and I feel like I can't think properly, and I'm trying to cook my dinner, and I feel awful. And since having the organite, I just feel like that's all gone away. I mean, there's obviously still some of my symptoms that are there from the EMF, but I feel like the organite has extremely helped. One thing I forgot to say is the second night I had my first organite piece, I placed it underneath my bed, directly where my body would be laying, so about here on my back, and I went to lay down and go to sleep, and I felt this warm energy, and I'm sure it was from the organite. I could feel the warm energy from the back of, like, the bottom of my neck to about here, and it was just this ball of warm energy. Not because I was warm from being under the blankets, but I feel like it was the organite just going into my body. It's amazing. Yeah, so these are my first ones. This one here I made last week. It's a little bit thinner, as you can see. I made this one for work because I'm around a lot of computers at work, and I just need something at work. I think you guys have pretty much heard about my dilemmas with that, not being able to think and being extremely forgetful and just basically being like a vegetable. I know I eat vegetables, but I need to actually be good at work. So this has really helped me. It was my first week with it last week, and it's amazing. I'm going to make another one today that's this size, so I can have it as well at work. I work at a hardware store, and I'm on the customer service desk, so I've got to do all the things on the computer and process orders and for the other parts of the store and all that. So it is a lot of computer work. Luckily enough for me, I wear these black pants that have these big pockets. They're like tradies pants, really. And they've got like snap lock pockets in the sides, so I can just pop the organite in the side, and I've got my crystals in my sports bra, and I've got these crystals underneath my top, and I've got black satin bags, which is these here, and I don't know if that's actually Saturn, whatever that is, and I put a bunch of crystals inside it to help me as well, and I put them in my other pocket. So yeah, my next organite piece is going to go in my other pocket, so I'm extremely happy about that. Yeah, this piece doesn't have a double points clear quartz crystal, but it does have the copper wire spiraled inside it. There's lapis lazuli in here, there's rose quartz, that is actually a piece of clear quartz there. You turn it over, there's rosemary, there's lavender, there's a bunch of crystals that I'll show you outside. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing, like, it is truly amazing. So we'll just go outside and I'll show you how I do it. So I have to turn the camera around. Just bear with me, I've got no idea how to actually do this. Okay, I can't turn the camera around, which is kind of annoying. Maybe I can, hold on.